Hello everyone. Actually, this is the first time I'm in front of the camera, so it's kind of weird. I don't know, I didn't know what to do, how to behave. So at first, I thought I should paint, but then I thought again, I don't have the ability that Miss Gungermas has, so instead of painting, I decided to talk about painting. As you know, each painting is special and each has their own meaning, their own stories. But some paintings don't reveal their meanings at the first glance because they have secret meanings, hidden facets. And today I'm going to talk about three of them, which are The Old Fisherman, Cafeteras at Night, and The Last Supper, and their painters, of course. So, our first painter is Tivadar Kocko. He was one of the first Hungarian painters to be known in Europe. He was part of avant-garde movement. You may not know what avant-garde is, so let me explain it. Avant-garde was the aesthetic innovation and initial unacceptability. It was something radical because it was pushing the boundaries of the status quo, the norms. I mean, the art rules of that period. He was a post-impressionist and also expressionist, and his most famous work was The Rendezvous. So here's our painting, The Old Fisherman. What do you see? At first, there is nothing interesting except an asymmetric face, but this painting was made with a mirroring method. So when divided a mirror which has two faces, on the left we can see an old fisherman who is praying, and on the right we can see the devil itself with a stormy sea behind him. So Kotsko had schizophrenia, and maybe in this painting he wanted to show us the bipolarity of humans. Our second painter is the Vincent van Gogh. Uh, he was one of the most famous and influential figures in the history of Western art, and he was also a post-impressionist. And as you may know, he had also psychological problems, which led him to cut his ear. And also, his most famous work is The Starry Night. I assume you are familiar with it. If you don't, it's a shame. So, here's our painting, Cafeteras at Night. It's a beautiful painting indeed. So, let's talk about its hidden facets. Van Gogh was a religious man because of his father, and in this painting there is a homage to Leonardo da Vinci's The Last Supper. When looked closely, we can see 12 people seated and a standing server who taught Jesus, and a cross behind them. After completing the painting, he sent a letter to his brother saying that he had a tremendous need for religion. So this is kind of a proof that this was a homage to Da Vinci's The Last Supper indeed. And also in both pictures, crosses can be seen, which also shows religious figures, religious marks. So our last painter is Leonardo da Vinci. There is not much thing to say about him. I assume you are familiar with him, but I want to remark that I want to say that Salvador Mundi, one of his works, was sold for a world record 450 million dollars, with the highest price ever paid for a work of art in 2017 auction. And there is also Mona Lisa. So finally, the Last Supper. Without waiting, I pass on to its hidden meanings. At first, the person on the right was thought to be John the Apostle, but when we look, it looks like a feminine figure who thought to be Mary Magdalene, one of Jesus' saints. And we see that Saint Peter's hand is on the neck of Mary. He looks like beheading Mary. I mean, why is he doing this? And there is also an unknown hand, God knows whose, with a knife. So Mary and Jesus were claimed to have a relationship. They were thought to be together. Between them, there is an upside down triangle which symbolizes female and mother. And this is again a kind of a proof that this was a female, indeed, Mary Magdalene. So according to Christian belief, Jesus had no lineage or kids. However, it is claimed that Mary and Jesus were lovers and they had a child. And the knife and hand of Saint Peter is thought to be denial to this, or thought to be denial to this. The secret that Jesus had a lineage is called Holy Bowl. So sit tight and be prepared for the next footage. As you can see, there is a bowl on the table. An unknown hand is trying to reach it. It looks like Judas Iscariot's hands, and but if you look closely, he has a darker skin and this hand is lighter. So what's the use of this hand? It's either trying to reach and reveal it or take and hide it, according to the art historians, of course. So we have completed our paintings. What was our point? Seeing is not enough. We have to look through things deeply. There are lots of things that we see, they are in front of us, but we can't see them because we are looking for just doing the action, namely seeing. If you want to be able to see what's hidden from you, you should keep looking cleverly, closely. Thank you. And also, I want to send my kindest salutations, loves, and regards to my dearest friend Ayşegül Dalgıç, because if it weren't for her interest in Club Monet, and if it weren't her Instagram account Monet, I wouldn't wonder who Monet is, and I wouldn't search for Monet, and I wouldn't collect these information. So I can say that the whole thing that I did here is kind of her production. So thank you, my dearest friend. Love you, and loves and regards to those who watch this video. Thank you.